Now, you must have seen all those self-love videos on social media, and they're just telling you to make exterior changes in your appearance or in your life. Well, self-love is not just about going to gym, starting new hobbies, dressing better, looking better, and doing workouts and Pilates. Self-love is much more deeper than what you're seeing it. Self-love begins from the inside. So welcome to the We Mindset, and all you need to know about me is I am going to transform you into the best version of yourself. So make sure that you have subscribed to my channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you 5 ways how you can actually love yourself and stop comparing yourself to others. Real self-love is to finally accept yourself for who you are and stop trying to become like somebody else. In this era of social media, there is so much of comparison and competition amongst everyone on this platform. And everyone is trying to become like someone else. Every single individual is wanting to become like someone else they idealize or fantasize. Well, let me tell you that in the midst of becoming someone else, you are losing your own unique identity and what is good about you, what are your good qualities and what are your talents and what good you have that makes you better than everybody else. The first step is I want you to explore yourself. What are you good at and what makes you unique and different from others instead of trying to become like somebody else for once? Why don't you see the good in you? Why don't you outshine others for the things that you are best at? Why don't you recognize yourself and appreciate yourself for what you have and others don't, instead of comparing yourself to others and trying to become like them? Number 2, self-love is to forgive your past version for any mistakes that they did or any regrets that you have. Because when you realize they actually did the best they could with the knowledge and experience they had at that time. You see, you often keep blaming yourself for any mistakes that you did in the past or about something that you should have done but didn't. Today, from this very second, I want you to forgive that version of yourself and stop complaining and stop blaming yourself and making yourself feel guilty. Because you see for yourself, maybe the reason they didn't had the courage to do that thing at that time because they didn't had the knowledge and experience to do it that you have now. And it's not a mistake, it's life. Things happen in their own time, and you are a human being. People make mistakes. You learn and you grow. That's what makes you different from others, because most of the people make mistakes and keep living in their depression or sadness state, or never try to change themselves or become a different person. But the number one step that you took by opening this video and trying to become better is the only big reason you can see in yourself that how it makes you better than others. At least you're making efforts into trying to become better. Maybe you made some terrible mistakes in your life, but understand maybe that version of yours didn't knew the consequences those mistakes would lead to. So forgive that version of yourself. Self-love is to acknowledge your uniqueness rather than trying to fit in a group of people. There's a beautiful line for this. Maybe the reason you don't belong to the audience because you belong on the stage. I think at each stage of life, everyone has tried to become a certain version of themselves, indulge some kind of habits in themselves to try to feel more included and validated by others and the people around them. So that because they were scared that what if they feel left out? What if people might find you uncool for not doing the things they were doing? When and why we do that? You do that when you don't love yourself enough, when you don't validate yourself, you don't understand or acknowledge your worth and your value. That's when you attract or expect people around you to validate you. And that's why you try to become a different person or acquire certain habits so that you can feel validated by others around you. And because you're scared that what if you turn out to be a little of a different person? What if they make fun of you? What if they find you stupid? What if they find you lame and uncool for not doing those things? Stop doing that and start acknowledging your uniqueness, because maybe the reason you don't belong to the audience is because you belong on the stage. Number 4, self-love is to stop people pleasing and choose yourself, even if it costs you people calling you selfish. Now, you must have had these moments in your life where you would have said yes to the things you didn't really like or you didn't want it to be a part of. Why you did that? So that those people can call you sweet, nice, and humble. Who are you being humble and nice and sweet for? These people who will instantly call you selfish for becoming yourself, instantly call you selfish for not wanting the things that they want. Honey, that's not sweet or humble. That's one thing embarrassing. You should be embarrassed of yourself, not think of yourself as a cool person if you are a part of a huge group or doing the same things they are doing, even though you don't like it. You should be embarrassed of yourself because you're not acknowledging for who you really are and trying to fit in a group of people. You've seen the people who instantly call you selfish for choosing yourself and becoming better are usually the ones who are living a terrible life. So, why those people's opinions matter to you whose own lives are extremely terrible? Do you want to live a life like that? So stop people pleasing and start becoming better. And you know what? People will always have something to say, even if you are the most perfect person in this entire existence. Self love is to like yourself and not trying to become someone people would like. Now, this is different from the other points if you really deeply understand. Self love is to like yourself, not trying to become someone people would like. Now, we have seen most of these things on social media that you see someone, a celebrity or an influencer or someone, and you see them that people are really liking them. People are being really attracted to them. You know, some kind of a celebrity, whatever they good that they have. And then you try to become like them. You try to talk like them, act like them, dress like them, basically copy their entire identity. And you think that if you do all the things or you become like that person, people will also start liking you. That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard or seen. Do you realize that when you're copying a celebrity or an influencer or trying to become like someone people are fantasizing, do you realize that the thousand or lakhs of other people are doing exactly the same thing? So you're not going to be the special one? So tell me, for how long are you going to pretend like this person that you're trying to become? For like how long? Right? So why don't you try to become that version of yourself that when you look in the mirror and you see yourself, you can say that I am so proud of myself and I am so proud of the person that I have become and the things that I have done and the things that I have achieved in my life. Wait and try. Work on yourself, work hard on your goals, and instead of becoming like someone people are fantasizing or people would like, become the version of yourself that you would like. Become the version of yourself that when you see your face in the mirror, you can say that I have become the best version of myself. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I would love to read all your comments. And if any video, this video or any other video of mine has helped you in any way and helped you in becoming the best version of yourself, Do comment your views because I would love to share my love with you all. Thank you so much.